Welcome, 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 Hot Shot Secret fans, to another Hot Shot Secret live on YouTube and Facebook. We are dual streaming, excuse me, as we get rid of that echo here. Today we'll be talking about a few of our agricultural products, and we have a special guest on today, Greg Randall, the Executive Director of the National Tractor Pullers Association. As always, be sure to put your questions below. We'll try to answer all of the comments, and we'll get through them throughout the show. We'd also like to know where you're watching from today, so put that in the comments below as well. I'm Josh Steinmetz, Brand Director, and I got someone new with me, Matt Steinmetz, brother, and Field Marketing, or what's your title now officially?
Field Marketing Representative.
Okay, gotcha, Matt. And so Matt's a veteran of the NTPA and also farms on the side, along with being here, so thought it'd be great to have Matt on and introduce him as well. So let's kick it off with our interview with Greg Randall, the NTPA. Hey, Greg, how are you doing today?
Great, Josh and Matt. It's good to see it's old home week.
It is. So the NTPA season's kicking off here in a few weeks. What's new for 2024?
What's not new in 2024? There's just a lot of stuff happening. We've got, from the start of January to the end of the year, 80-plus events. We'll be kicking off the Grand National Circuit here at the end of this month in Benson, North Carolina. And then at the top of the roller coaster, that ride goes pretty quickly to get done at the North Carolina State Fair in October. So we've got just a lot of things happening behind the scenes. So, boy, where to start on that? We've got new WPI president, Ned Walliser, who has a lot of pulling ties, and he's a vice president in HRA. And so he's taken over the helm back April 21st. He was voted in as president. And so we've got that. We've got some different things coming down the pike with Full Pull Entertainment. So that's kind of new this year. And then we're proud to be bringing back the Hot Shot Challenge, Hot Shot Secret Challenge.
That's right. I believe we're at 5 or 6 locations. I don't even have it memorized yet. And we'll kick off at Benson,
Yeah, we're
I believe.
Iowa, Toma, Wisconsin, Rockwell, Iowa, and Bowling Green will be the finale.
All right. Digging a little bit more about Full Pull Entertainment. I understand it, but for those that might not be familiar with it, what are they doing for the organization, and a little more details about how to find out about them?
Yeah, so Full Pull Entertainment decided to approach the board of directors to see if they could land our live streaming, and they did. So they are taking over the streams that were on ntpa.tv site, and now you can go see those over fullpull.us. I think there's an app. There's also a website that you can go to and check all that out. In fact, we just got our handy-dandy schedule brochures from Post Printing today, and I'm pretty certain that there is a Full Pull Live, and you can go and check it out over at fullpull.live. So that's one of the things they're doing. Other than that, we just got a full flurry of activity coming up here, and we've got a new system that actually Matt helped get going on the trackside system. So not only do we have membership starting to populate there, we also, for all Grand National classes, a lot of our members will have to, if they're going to pull on a Grand National class anytime during the summer, they're going to have to register there, and we will know who our participants are by Tuesday. By noon, we should know who's participating. So that's quite the undertaking, but it's starting to come along. We're starting to get people to populate there. We actually got into a call system, just like you guys probably had up there in, what's your county up there, Sandusky or Erie County?
Seneca County is where we're from.
Seneca County. So, so when you guys were growing up, So all Sandusky, Seneca County area schools are closed due to weather. So they get a phone call and a text. So we've gotten to that. So we've been communicating with our members by phone and by text here. Started last week, and it's funny because we've had quite a few people will text back. I'm on another line. I'll call you back. Or who is this? Or it's kind of funny when you send out 1,450 messages. The responses you get back.
For sure, we get the same thing here when we send out text message as well, through Hot Shots as well.
Yeah.
Any new vehicle reveals you can tell us about, or some things that you've seen in the off season that might be interest to people?
Well, I think looking at our free entry list, we decided that we would take 12 in the free entry program, and we got, I think, some interesting names coming back. You know, we got the Ceramics coming back in both Pro Stock and Light Super Stock. That's going to be a fan favorite, but like particularly the orange Pro Stock that they have. And we got a Hall of Famer coming back. We got Bill Voorhees, and Bill's going to run both the light mod and the modified class. That's his intention. And then we've got the Top Gun with the Bollingers. They put on 4 871 superchargers to their twin Allison, and they're going to run the mod class, and that fits the rules. So that's going to be quite an interesting combination to watch. It sounds different. Of course, you love the Allison sound. My first daughter's named Allison, so that was pretty easy to kind of take there. And we got some new divisions or trucks in the super stock diesel 4x4 category. That's kind of going to be moving up new into the category. Jeremy Yeager, he's got a couple. Ryan Funk's going to be new to us. So that's going to be very interesting. Of course, we've got a lot of vehicles with the last name of Simon, and they'll be challenged in all the divisions they run, of course. And got a good field of super stock open. I'm not sure. I don't know if everything's revealed yet or not, but I think by tomorrow it'll all be revealed. 10 semi trucks. We got 3 out of the New York State coming in. Chris Jeffries is coming in. And Simon, speaking of Simons, they bought one of Island's trucks, and they'll call it Drivers Wanted. So there's a kind of a new listing, if you will, of some of the new faces or returning faces that we'll see out there. Hope I'm not missing someone out there, but yeah, should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be full classes across the board pretty much, and look forward to seeing all those guys compete throughout the year. Should be real interesting.
Yes, and thanks to all of our sponsors, including Hot Shot Secret, of course, we are able to announce, or did announce, that we have a $115,000 increase over last year's payout, and last year's payout was $45,000 over the previous year. So the money's moving in the right direction, and it's a good effort all the way around. We've got, speaking of new, we've got Beck Seeds is a new sponsor this year, along with Wix Filter. Cowtails is returning. We've got a deal in place with Mitas Tires. U.S. Army's returning. And, of course, we've got Case IH, Enderley Fuel Injection, Mack Trailer, O'Reilly's, Pico, of course, AgProtect One, AKE. They're all back, so it's a good lineup of sponsors to go along with Hot Shot Secrets, who that big challenge is coming up. I think that's $30,000+ over the divisions.
Yeah, sounds great. Looking forward to another great season coming up, it sounds like. So, Greg, tell our fans and everybody listening at home and watching, how did you get involved in NTPA?
Well, it started when I was 4 or 5 years of age. Dad, who grew up on a farm, decided to kind of move away from the farm life and became a millwright in a factory, and started taking me, though, to pulling events, because he actually pulled stock Case 1070s, 1370s at the fairgrounds in Urbana. And we'd go to the Ohio State Fair and the Champaign County Fair. That was kind of my 2 exposures. And there were some, Mechanicsburg had a 4th of July pull, day pull, modest pull. We go to Bell Fountain, Springfield, just a lot of the local stuff. And I really, fell in love with the sport, got to be around it, and then decided I had a friend from college. He and I talked about, getting an apartment and getting jobs over in Columbus. I ended up getting a job over here. He stayed in Urbana and just ended up dropping by the NTPay office and talked to one of the secretaries here, and then wrote a letter to Dave Schreier to his dying day. He talked about how he held that letter, and he'd tell people how a guy wrote him and told him that he'd pay me to work for him, type of thing. And I always laugh at that because what the truth on that was, I just said, hey, I'm looking to get a job over here, and weekends or whatever, if I'm free, I would be glad to do some writing or whatever. I always laugh at how he took that line and ran with it, but yeah, just ended up they needed a position for that summer of '90, so I graduated the first Sunday in May, and the Wednesday of that following week, I was in Galax, Virginia. You guys are kind of familiar with that type of thing. Coming to work for us. Very blessed to have both of you. So yeah, I got involved. I had a love for the sport, still do. Uh, it's a lot of work to get things moving in the right direction. A lot of time, we're also blessed to have a lot of volunteer, part-time, subcontracted labor performs a lot of the jobs we have, and so it takes a strong effort, a lot of coordination on that end, and so yeah. But I got involved from pretty much a love of it, and I've been very blessed to have made a career of it.
Awesome. So, Greg, do you have a favorite class?
Favorite class? I truly like all the classes. I would say I've if I was just looking from growing up the standpoint, I always liked the mods, unlimiteds, and I like the super stock. The two staple classes that really got the whole thing going back when I first started watching. You only saw super stocks or modified. That was pretty much it. But from the minis and the trucks, the semis, all the variations of diesel powered vehicles. I mean, they all have their uniqueness. They all have their challenges, and you can appreciate the guys that participate in each class and the guys who run at the top. And I think one thing that it's a simple thing, but I think it gets overlooked of success of a lot of guys and gals is their consistency, their setup. A lot of guys will set their machines up, and I think they think, if the track's the same every time, I can go about doing it the same way. And I think there's a little bit of a fallacy of that, but the most successful drivers really don't venture far from a lot of their setups. They just adjust some things from the seat, and they make consistent laps. And you make big changes. Sometimes you can look like Tarzan, and the next time out look like Jane. So it's very interesting to hear some of the nuances a lot of the successful guys have done over the years. But it's anything from drag racing to any type of sport. Adjustments are made. You're always trying to find that next ounce of horsepower. And I think really and you guys would definitely know about this, the thing that's really changed is as companies like Hot Shot Secrets developed product to get more horsepower, now there's tire technology to get it hooked to the track. And that had been a challenge for a while. When Firestone came out the Polar 2000s, we really, from that point, I don't think there was really, besides like a CPEC tire, there really wasn't any new players in the tire game. And then all of a sudden, from that point on, the last 10 years, I mean, there's just been so many rubber manufacturers getting into the pulling tire business, and it's led to a lot of success of getting the power down the track. So dynos have created a lot of changes too, where you're not testing on the track, you're testing on the dyno, and then you can go out pretty dependably. I remember some of the most fun things back growing up in the 70s and 80s was actually going to events. Yeah, you see a lot of new machines. They were unpainted. They were trying some new things. Sometimes it'd take a part of the season for it to really make a good run down the track. Now, with the manufacturers as they are, from the chassis manufacturers to the dyno, the engine manufacturers, really what's coming out is reliable. You don't think about, boy, that new tractor is going to take a month for them to figure out. You figure out of the box it's going to make a good run. And that just wasn't the case back in the early days when things were really coming from the barn, the garage, and hitting the track, and that was your testing ground.
Yeah, machinery's definitely been a change, and I even know in my, brief history compared to the overall polling history, how much things have changed horsepower wise. You mentioned chassis improvements, tires, and now dynos as well. And everyone's finding that extra bit of horsepower, trying to figure out how to harness it down to the track, and really, try to figure out how to make it work even better for them every single time. One last question
Absolutely.
for you: what is your favorite memory of being at NTP or being involved in polling?
Favorite memory? Wow.
I know that's a tough one.
There's so many. Yeah, there's so many to just pick one or have one come at the top. I'll tell you, the first one that came to mind, I guess I'll share that one. It was working the live TNN show back in 1998 from Toma, Wisconsin. It was memorable in a variety of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons was the weather. The weather that week in Toma leading into it was tornadic. It was bad weather, but for that live Friday night show, we had beautiful weather. And they brought in these couple trucks with Musco lights, and they put them up above the track to light it up for television. And had that event been 24 hours later, we were evacuating people out of the stands, and they had 100-mile-an-hour winds come through. Did a lot of damage. So it was memorable in a lot of ways, but it was cool to have our sport live on TNN. Of course, we're coming our 20th year of RFD TV, and I don't know if you guys heard this, but Patrick Gotch passed away over the weekend suddenly.
Yeah, it's unfortunate to hear, but it's cool that the sport's been on for 20 years consistently on RFD.
Yep, absolutely. So we're still on at 6:30 Eastern on Tuesday nights on RFD TV, 3:45 on DirecTV, and 2:31 on Dish Network.
Well, Greg, I'd like to thank you for taking some time to talk with us today, and we'll look forward to seeing you out on the road someplace soon. And good luck to all the competitors this season as well.
Thanks a lot. We'll have to go to VW3 somewhere.
All right, sounds good.
All right. Take care, guys.
Thanks, Greg.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Bye now.
All right, Greg Randa with NTPA. That was really informative, and there's a lot of cool vehicles coming out this
Some
year.
exciting stuff for 2024.
That's for sure. All right, so we're going to go into our what we used to call rapid fire. I like this. Chad brought it back. Since Matt's new with us, you may have seen this before, but he brought back the old top 10 rapid fire questions.
All right.
So Matt, here we go. What do you do here at Hot Shot Secret?
I am the field marketing representative, and I go out to events, set up a booth, and sell some products and see all our great fans out there.
Where were you born?
Tiffin, Ohio.
Where did you grow up?
Bellevue, Ohio.
Ohio. What was your first job?
I would have to say farming at the family farm.
All right. First car?
First car was a 1993 Mercury Villager
Minivan.
minivan.
Yep. Familiar with that one. Might have been the same first car.
I was going to say, you had the same first car too.
What sports did you play growing up?
Sports was just football.
Favorite hobby?
Sleeping.
That's a new one, I think. There we go, Chad. Good job on that one. Favorite holiday?
All the holidays are good if you get them off from work. So,
Favorite beverage, and it can be adult.
just Coke Zero.
All right. And favorite TV show or movie?
Super Troopers, best movie ever.
There we go. All right. All right, let's get into actually a new product that's releasing today.
New
And
products.
New product, I know. No one knew we were having a new product. You didn't spill the beans, Chad, anywhere? No, really? Okay. We are releasing a tractor hydraulic fluid.
That's awesome.
So hence why I have an agricultural show here today. And it's called Gold Diamond Select Premium Universal Tractor Trans Hydraulic Fluid. So it's a replacement for your John Deere, Case, most of your major manufacturers. It also meets the AW 46 spec. So any kind of 46 hydraulic fluid. Again, since it's a transmission hydraulic fluid, it's set up for the wet brake. It's infused with our proprietary FR3 nanotechnology. So we reduce wear quite a bit, actually reduce it by, I believe it's 20%, leading against the leading competitors. With that in mind, though, being a wet clutch, we did have to make sure that the performance of wet clutch was not affected at all by that reducing wear, and it's not. So we keep the operability of the wet brake system and the make sure that it still is good with that. The other thing that we really did high on the when you formulate, we look for certain markers, and one of those was good water, rust, and corrosion protection.
Very important.
So as you know, in hydraulic systems, as the you extend cylinders, you can bring water in depending on the conditions. So got a really high-end additive package to deal with the water, rust, and corrosion all at the same time. You got anything to add about hydraulic fluid? You need a bottle?
Yeah, I need to test some out right
I
now.
actually put in my order with Abby this morning. I'm going to get the first one off the line.
Nice.
It's available in 5-gallon jugs. It's available on the website already, hotshotsecret.com. Scroll down the product menu to hydraulic fluid, and you can see it there. Chad's going to go to it now. Did I mess you up? I don't think I told you I put it on there. Might have to do a refresh. Go to another page and come back. See, we're going to fix it eventually, right? Yeah, underneath transmission fluid. Good job, Chad. So there it is. All the information's there. We list out all the different specs it meets, but it's pretty much any kind of transmission hydraulic fluid that you use in most tractor applications, and like I said, the AW46 as well. So all the information's there. Give us a call if you have any questions. We'll be happy to answer those as well. Let's switch gears a little bit and talk about what we can do on the farm for maintenance with agricultural equipment. And as I'm going to call you our farming expert,
I'm no expert.
but let's start down fuel side first.
Fuel side's always good to start.
Okay. So
Recommend any box store and tanks out there, go ahead and put that Diesel Extreme in,
put EDT in for the bulk tank, right?
or EDD for the bulk tank.
Yeah, I know you're looking here and not there.
I missed that little
You
ball
missed
at the end.
So it's great to put in. So with EDT, we're raising the cetane level. So we're going to burn the fuel more completely, better economy. Also going to start up easier too. That's one thing we noticed on our farm right away. Had an older combine that sat there for a while, and it always took a while to crank.
Yep.
As soon as we put EDT in the tank, you could tell a big difference, how quick it would turn over. I always like to go with Diesel Extreme next. On top of the lubricity and everything else that you get EDT, Diesel Extreme is a really good cleaner as well. So we're going to clean out those injectors, also help with any asphaltenes that might be in the fuel filters. So you stop that blockage of fuel filters. Recommend that. I would say with every oil change, we always say 6,000 miles for our vehicles. But really, this is a good fall and or spring treatment as well. It doesn't hurt to put it in the tank over winter. It'll be there ready to go in the spring to help deep clean those injectors. You can put it in right now. If you got a piece of equipment that's not firing real well, maybe you got a little misfire, or it just doesn't seem to be running right, great to put in. I've talked to people before and tell them to put it in, and they thought they had an injection pump going out, and they actually got through the planting season with the tractor. And so it's a good cleanup. If there's anything in there that's any varnish buildup, whether inside or outside the injector, because it cleans both internal diesel deposits and external diesel deposits on the injector, just clean that up, keep that equipment working like new again. It's got the cetane boost as well, so it does everything EDT does, except for it's got a whole lot more injector cleaner. Talk a little bit about treatment. So EDT, really friendly on your pocketbook, about 3 cents a treated gallon, depending on the size. A quart bottle treats 800 gallons. The gallon treats up to 3,200 gallons. You can find the quarts and gallons and stuff on our website, Amazon, a couple of the your local Hot Shot Secret dealer as well. You'll find our 16 ounce squeeze bottle at most of our major retailers as well. Diesel Extreme you can find in a 64 ounce bottle and 32 ounce bottle at a lot of the retailers. Our website for gallons, and then we also sell all these in 5 gallons as well. And if you got a larger application, become a dealer, or actually a fleet. Actually, it would be a fleet and farm account, and we can provide you with some good pricing options and other sizing options too. We actually go all the way up through 330 gallon totes.
Well, that's good to know.
All right, and then we'll look into the oil side as well. So we start out with Stiction Eliminator. Deep clean, everything. Huey injectors, which is on a lot of older farm equipment and trucks. We also clean up the turbocharger, the rings on the pistons as well. You know, a lot of equipment tends to sit, for long periods, and it can actually help free up those frees the turbocharger, but also frees up the rings on the pistons as well. Might help with some blow by as well.
Yep, good deep clean system for on the oil side of your engines to keep them running properly.
And then FR3, what can we say about it? It's our magic sauce and everything, but it's in that hydraulic fluid. It's good for any hydraulic fluid. So say you want to run what you've been running your tractor already, you can put that in your tractor as well. Run it in the hydraulic system, run it in the transmission system, all in one. Good for differentials, gearboxes. So if you got a gearbox that heats up, great application there. We found, up to about a 15 degree temperature drop. And using the product, people will, especially on gearboxes, engine's always harder to see that because you got your cooling system on an engine, but on an enclosed gearbox, you can see a lot of temperature reduction because the nanocarbons help with that temperature reduction by reducing the actual friction inside the oil or with the oil, but also we tend to think that the way the nanocarbons work, it actually absorbs some of that heat as well within those nanocarbons.
Very good stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what are some good ways to prep on the farm? And we're already into the season for most people, but
Yep.
Good as time as any to talk about how we might prep a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. Gonna want to change your oil and your filters for your oil probably at least once a year, depending on how many hours you can put on your tractors.
Right.
How large farm operation you have. So it's always good to start out in the spring, get everything freshened up that way. Same thing with
Hydraulic oil.
hydraulic oil and filters too. You want to make sure everything's properly taken care of. You're going to grease your bearings, your tracks, and chains, and lubricate so our spraying stays a good chain lubricant.
Absolutely.
Anywhere on those planters and even on the combine harvesters later on in the fall.
Absolutely.
On the heads and stuff. So make sure keep up with that. We always got good products everywhere to try and help you out everything on the farm. So
And speaking of grease, I'll let the cat out of the bag. It's coming.
listen to that.
It's
Grease
coming
is
soon.
coming.
It's coming soon. Excited to get that going. Had a little setback in the product development process, but got everything rolling on the right track, and I expect to see that here shortly in our building, and we'll get it released out when it's completely done. Really looking forward to that.
It'd be great. Get all your products from Hot Shot Secrets then for everything you need.
Absolutely.
Yeah, some other maintenance items you want to do is check your wheels and make sure you got proper air temperature or air pressure in there. So don't want anything bad happening out there. So
A lot of that makes, even on implements, tillage equipment, you can get, if you got wheels not the right temperature, geez, you got me started. Pressures, you can get uneven tillage, and cause some issues there. So always good to check everything. Of course, everyone checks their planters over in the spring as well, make sure population and so forth. That's all very crucial. And, farming's changed a lot over the last 20 years or so, but still comes down to some good basic maintenance. Another thing I'll add with our fuel side is decrease in DEF usage as well. When we have clean injectors and good lubricity and the right cetane, all that adds into using the fuel more efficiently. We cause less soot. We have less soot going into the DPF, less regen, less DEF fluid, and longer life as well on those systems as well, because we're not clogging them up with that foreign matter.
which is very important.
Yes. Let's go to our dealer shout-outs. Who we got, Matt?
We have Plum Nasty Performance out of Golden Valley, Arizona. And we also have Three Rivers Diesel and Repair out of Richland, Washington.
Washington, yeah.
Nice.
Plum Nasty,
Plum Nasty.
not Plum Crazy.
That's a pulling team. But yep, Plum Nasty.
All right. Got some TV coming up this weekend, too. I'm going to guess that the 25th is Saturday. All right. On Saturday, we have Truck U starting at 1 o'clock and a Two Guys Garage following it at 1:30. And then on Sunday, the 26th, follow once again with Two Guys Garage at 10 and Truck U following up at 10:30. You know what we're talking about on those, Chad?
One of them is a Matty Graves integration.
Oh, we got Matty Graves on with their dragster. Nice.
And then field two-step too.
Okay, and then the guys will go deep and dive with the two-step process on the field as well. Nice. Nice.
Sounds like a good episode. Just don't want to miss them.
Absolutely.
Got some upcoming events, looks like.
Yeah. Let's see here. You guys going out to this weekend?
Yeah, this weekend we're going to head up to the Great Lakes Big Rig Challenge in Onaway Speedway up in Onaway, Michigan. It's going to be the 24th to the 26th. Come check us out, have the booth set up.
And then the big one after that.
And then next week we leave for UCC, the Ultimate Call-Out Challenge at Lucas Oil Raceway in Indianapolis, Indiana. So,
Brownsburg.
or Brownsburg.
Technically Brownsburg.
Yeah. So we'll be there the 31st to the 1st. So 2 great opportunities to come get you some Hot Shot Secret products and take advantage of maybe some show specials.
Absolutely. And as always, we have samples at our events as well. So stop out. If you haven't ever tried us before, give it a shot. No better place and time to do it than trying it for free.
That's right.
I'm sure you'll be back for some more. And speaking of UCC, we have a UCC Ultimate giveaway as multiple companies getting together. We're partnering with Diesel Army. So, Chad, are you going to drop a link for this in the? Okay, Chad's going to drop a link for this as well. But first prize is a Cooley cooler. It's actually like I don't know how to explain it. It's got like a little air conditioning thing in it as well. And a jump pack from, I believe, Benpack. And then a $500 Hot Shot Secret bundle, which includes, looks like additives, oils, the whole 9 yards. So nice package there. Second place will be a $500 Hot Shot Secret bundle of additives and probably some product of your choice.
Yep.
Third place will be 2 VIP tickets to Ultimate Call Out Challenge 2025. So not this year, but next year's. And those VIP tickets are pretty cool. Our friends over at Firepunk actually, it's actually one of the VIP suites up top, and they have catering and air conditioned spot to watch the event. So that's a really cool prize as well. And then we'll also give away 10 $50 coupons for Hot Shot Secret stuff. So enter at dieselarmy.com/news/win the ultimate diesel giveaway. So I'd say go to the Diesel Army website and look for it.
I put it in the comments.
And Chad just put in the comments. Thank you, Chad. You're on top of it. And also be watching our social media as well. We'll be sharing it as well. But get entered on that. Is it a one and done entry, or I haven't looked at it?
I think it's one and done.
Okay. Well, make sure you enter. Let's have all our Hot Shot Secret fans win that because we were awesome and we're promoting it. Oh, Chad gave me all the information here if I would have looked. You should have said, turn over the paper, you idiot. We invite you to catch the Steve Summers Overnight Drive live from the Hot Shot Secret Studio from midnight to 5 a.m. He's streaming on Rumble, Facebook. Also catch out the podcast as well. So afterwards, we get the podcast going up each and every day as well.
I say, isn't there a new app that just came out in the iPhone or for Apple and Android?
Yep, you're right.
Go to
We
the
updated
app
the
stores and download the new Steve Summers Overnight Drive radio app.
Yep, new and improved app as well. Got a couple sales going on as well. AutoZone. We got some of our new sizes of Diesel Extreme. So a 16-ounce bottle, save $2 on that. Again, clean up those fuel injectors and save $2 at the same time. We also got 16-ounce stiction eliminator. This is great size for a passenger car. Save $3 on that as well. So two great specials going on at AutoZone. And then we also have Pilot Flying J stores where you buy two quart Diesel Extremes, you get 1,000 My Rewards Plus points. And that goes on through the end of June. On that AutoZone special, it went through June 1st.
Okay.
And finally, at Love's, buy two quart stiction eliminators and receive 2,000 My Love's rewards. A lot of rewards points.
That's a lot of reward points. Get some nice showers.
Fast food. Talks like a guy that lived on the road for a while. All right. I can't top that. I quit. On our website, we have a Memorial Day special going on for all our RV folks out there. Buy one of our RV protection packages. There's a gas version and a diesel version, which includes our fuel stabilizer, our fuel additive, and it's got the RV engine protector, which is like our stiction eliminator. You get a free can of slide out lubricant. It's a great slide out lubricant. Now through May 31st. So now through the end of the month, grab that over our website. I believe use the coupon code MEM24. Easy for me to say. At least Chad's got it up.
Yeah, we got another web salesy, right?
No.
Oh,
I invite you guys to stay in the loop on everything happening here at Hot Shot Secret, including sales, news, blogs, and more. Subscribe to our email newsletter at hotshotsecret.com/email. And that is it for today's show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. It was great to launch a new product out here. Got any questions about that, be free to call, email us. We'll get those answers coming back very, very shortly. And hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
thanks for watching. See you next time.